Hello, and thank you all for joining us today. And welcome to Roto North America's 2022 webinar series. Please know that this session today is going to be recorded, and we will make it available on Roto's YouTube page soon after. Today, we're going to share some information with all of you about the sliding patio door market in North America. I will begin with an overview of the size of the market, take a look at some of the door frame materials that are used, and also consider various industry trends that are impacting the product category. We will then provide you with a look into Roto's hardware portfolio, narrated by Chad Hackman and Bill Shipman. At the end of today's webinar, we plan to leave ample time for a Q&A session. Please feel free to use the chat function to write your questions or comments, and we'll do our best to get through for responses at the end. If we're not able to get through to all the questions, we'll follow up at a later date with you. Let's begin by taking a quick look at Roto. As a wholly owned subsidiary of Roto Frank in Germany, Roto North America has almost 50 years of experience in the North American fenestration market. We are an award-winning region within the Roto world based on our consistent accomplishments for growth. We have 2 manufacturing plants, one located in Chester, Connecticut, and one in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. We pride ourselves in offering a myriad of hardware for both North American and European style windows and doors. Let's look at the US market for patio doors. Since 2017, the patio door market has grown on average 4% per year. 82% of the unit volume are sliding patio doors, whereas 18% are hinge patio doors. Since 2017, the new construction patio segment has grown a bit faster than the remodeling and replacement segment. It's important to note that our source is a Ducker report, which is published by FGIA. This is for the US market only, and Roto makes an assumption that the Canadian market adds approximately 15% in unit volume to the US total. Now, if we hone in on the sliding patio door market, it's very interesting to note that from 2017 to 2019, the sliding patio door market grew at 5% per year. And we believe 2020 and 21 will be shown to have grown at a much higher rate. The next Ducker report we expect will be released in the coming months. 26% of the sliding patio doors are multi-point hardware, and this number is increasing based on the growing demand for higher performing doors. It's interesting to note that patio doors are growing at almost 2 times that of windows in North America. And the vinyl PVC frames account for about 2/3 of the unit volume. It's also important to note that in Canada, it is common for a window manufacturer to purchase their sliding patio doors from a PVC extruder. This is much different in the United States, whereas most window manufacturers will produce their own sliding patio doors. And again, we make the assumption that the Canadian market adds about 15% to the US volume numbers. Here we look at the primary frame materials for the sliding patio door: PVC, wood, and aluminum. As mentioned on the past slide, the PVC doors account for about 2/3 of the unit volume, and we have given a sampling of the PVC extruders throughout the United States and Canada. Of course, some of the large window manufacturers will extrude their own vinyl in-house. Let's take a look at some of the trends that are leading forward for sliding patio doors. First of all, as we all know, taller, heavier, and wider doors are requested by the consumers and architectural community. This requires robust and innovative hardware solutions. Energy performance standards are becoming more rigorous. Ease of functionality is always a top concern. This can require higher performing rollers, and often the discussion involves ADA requirements and low operational forces. Contemporary style hardware is another trend. Consumers prefer straight lines, and they want to maximize their sight lines through the glazing. The color palette is very interesting and is shown in this image. Black is in, and also shades of brass and gold are making a huge comeback in the North American market. Ease of hardware installation for fabricators is always a concern. Customized hardware kits are essential, and jigs and fixtures to locate the hardware installation accurately and consistently is a big consideration. We all know as well that smart home and automation technologies to monitor and operate doors is a discussion point when we talk about the sliding segment. Let's now take a peek into Roto, Canada, our facility located in Mississauga, Ontario. About 55,000 square foot facility, about 80 employees. We have expert sliding patio door know-how with over 40 years of experience. We have a professional materials management staff to monitor and maintain inventory levels. State-of-the-art equipment that involves Freck die-cast machines from Germany with robotic technology. We have a customized powder coat paint line that provides flexibility to provide an array of colors for our customers. We have an automated assembly station and multiple kit stations. As I discussed previously, having the customization available for the fabricators is key. This adds up to excellent delivery service, quality products, and ultimately the goal for satisfied customers. Now what I'm going to do is turn the presentation over to Chad Hackman, who is our market product manager for our sliding patio door hardware based in Mississauga, Ontario.
Thank you, Dan. Again, thank everyone for joining us this afternoon, the first of our series of open webinar sessions on Roto hardware. My name is Chad Hackman, and I'm the product manager for North American sliding door products at Roto, Canada. On screen is a product segmentation overview of our sliding door program at RFC. Understandably, a given customer may have different terminology and verbiage to describe their door options. For ease of presentation, we have categorized options into good, better, and best segments. Hardware items within these segments will be discussed in future slides. Good. Single point mortise lock, painted one-piece handle interior and exterior, finger grip exterior, and steel rollers. Better. A two-point mortise lock, matching painted two-piece handle interior and exterior, and stainless rollers. And best. Four-point mortise lock, matching plated contemporary handle interior and exterior, and heavy-duty stainless rollers. Again, your doors may differ from segment to segment. There's no restriction on using hardware listed in specific segments. Roto manufactures and packages hardware in customer-tailored kits. Let's begin with our portfolio of mortise options. Good. A single-point mortise lock provided in tuck style, cup style, and flat trim plate options. They have industry standard dimensions and function for drop-in replacement, usable in 3 and 4-hole applications. Both steel and stainless options are available. Steel, stainless, and zinc keepers are also available to meet most applications. Adjustment is available with standard slot driver bit just above the hook. Tuck style. This is a flush-mounted installation typically used in thin aluminum sashes. It reduces the gap between the keeper and the sash when needed. Cup trim plate. Where a cup trim plate is possible, it pushes the hardware deeper in the sash, allowing more overlap of sash and frame and preventing handle and frame contact. Typically, this is used on a deeper back set, such as vinyl or wood profiles. And flat trim plate. Surface-mounted installation is most common. 2 screw hole patterns, highlighted in the pictures shown, are available to replace the majority of existing hardware applications. Better. A 2-point mortise lock is also provided in tuck style, cup, and flat trim plate options. They fit in most 2-point mortise pockets for drop-in replacement. 3 and 4 hole versions are available in both steel and stainless. Steel, stainless, and zinc keepers are available to meet most applications. A unique bolt design is reminiscent of Euro hardware mushroom cams for secure locking action. Independent adjustment is made directly on each locking bolt with a standard slot driver bit, and these are highlighted in the red circles. Tuck style, as with the single point, flush mounted installation typically used with thin aluminum sashes. Cup trim plate, where a cup is possible, pushes the hardware deeper in sash, allowing more overlap and preventing contact. Typically used on deeper back sets in vinyl and wood. And flat trim plate, definitely the most common surface mounted installation, and the footprint fits in most existing hardware applications. We also provide keeper marker locators. They're usable when keepers are not installed in the factory. They easily mark the frame for keeper installation in the field. Next up, we'll look at our 2-point operation and keeper marker installation video. If you just want to start the video. So as you can see in the video, the bolts rotate outward in opposite directions for maximum security. An anti-lift pin and mishandling device prevent operation if the door is not in closed position. The keeper marker is easily installed by rotating the thumb turn to secure the marker in place. Simply closing the door will dampen screw hole positions on the frame. Retract the bolts to release the marker. Next up is our Roto 4-point mortise system. Our 4-point mortise system has opposing throw hooks with an anodized aluminum faceplate and stainless steel drive rail. 2 hooks are located in the central mortise, an additional hook on each auxiliary mortise. Mishandling device is built into the central mortise. This is available in both a spindle or tail driven with the standard screw spacing, and it's compatible with our full North American handle portfolio. Adjustable keepers are also available, which we will look at next. One central mortise and 2 auxiliary mortises are used per system. 2 housing options, a 12mm and 20mm version, help bridge the gap between frame and mortise face. As each keeper is adjusted independently, they can keep the system secure while accounting for some misalignment of the door. Adjustment is made with a Phillips driver bit. Next up, handles. Handles are zinc die cast and powder coated at our Mississauga, Ontario, Canada warehouse. Architectural finishes are imported and stocked in Mississauga as well. A variety of visibly familied series of handles exist with keyed, non-keyed, and dummy options available. First up is our 9700 Euro series. The 9700 is our most common option for entry-level door when coupled with finger grip exterior. Simple design C-handle are good level in the 9700 family. It has a one-piece construction and is available in several painted finishes. The 97 Euro keeps the aesthetic of the 9700 family while allowing for architectural finishes and slightly longer escutcheon. It's our better level in the 9700 family. The two-piece handle and escutcheon are available in powder-coated and architectural finishes. Next is our 9600-9900 family. The 9600, a contemporary look gaining traction for entry-level doors. Our good level for the 9600 family. The one-piece construction is available in painted finishes. 9900 keeps the aesthetic of the 9600 family while allowing for architectural finishes and slightly longer escutcheon. Our better level in the 9600-9900 family. The two-piece handle and escutcheon is available in powder-coated and satin nickel finish. As doors are becoming larger and heavier, more robust hardware options become necessary. Our 9100 family accomplishes this. The 9100 offers slim form factor and is compatible with magnetic blinds, allows greater sight lines, more glass, and wider opening while still providing a pronounced contemporary handle suitable for larger doors. The 9100D is a more robust full D handle when trends for larger and heavier doors are becoming prevalent. Both options are available in powder-coated finishes and satin nickel finish. We also have an array of exterior handle options for the exterior. Exterior finger grips have a slim form factor, allowing greater sight lines, more glass, and wider opening. An angled finger grip version slants the keyhole away from the frame. These are available in powder-coated finishes. Exterior low-profile finger grips have a slim form factor, allowing greater sight lines and wider opening. They also have a shallow depth, which prevents contact with screens. Available in painted finishes. Next up is rollers. We have a couple main end adjust rollers. Our two most common end adjust rollers are the 21000 and 21009 series. Both have a 1 1/4 inch wheel. The 21000 is end mount, and the 2109 has mounting tabs on the housing for securing to bottom of the sash. Adjustment with both is with the Phillips driver bit. For side adjust rollers, we have a number of options. Our 21008, our most common version, has a 1 1/4 inch wheel and wedge adjustment. We have a larger wheel version with a 1.812 wheel, stainless. Both have a 250-pound rating, and both have Phillips standard driver bit adjustment. A heavy-duty option is also available. The DR07 series has a 2 1/4 inch wheel and meets 800-pound sash weight requirement for many larger, heavier door trends. Adjustment is with the Phillips driver bit. The last accessory that we'll look at is the footlock. Footlock's an additional lock for your sliding patio door, provides a semi-secure night vent option for airflow, face-mounted lock with two backset options, 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch, and a variety of sill-mounted keepers in steel and zinc powder coating to match your handle and footlock together. Let's now talk about Roto FTT, our window and door technology division, German-made. Founded in Stuttgart, Germany in 1935, Roto is the global leader in tilt and turn hardware technology. This was achieved through innovative, experienced, value-adding engineering skills and fast, streamlined, precise supply chain management. When you see German made, think robust, reliable, durable. Qualified specification by working and warehousing close to the customer, accompanied by digital tools and configurators, bring added value. Roto's systems expertise yields specific, interconnected, economical hardware solutions. This has all led to the development of the innovative webinaRNA smart sliding hardware system. And here is Bill Shipman, our product manager for Euro products, to tell us more.
Thank you very much, Chad. Welcome, everyone. My name is Bill Shipman. I am the product manager for all the European products here at Roto Frank of America in Chester, Connecticut. Today, I'd like to introduce you to the Roto Patio webinaRNA sliding system. The name webinaRNA comes from the words innovation, no water, and no air. The patio webinaRNA system is a completely sealed unit, even in bad weather conditions, with storms and heavy rain impacting directly on the window pane and the frame, thanks to the circumferential gasket and the active control of all locking points. The patio webinaRNA system is ideal for use in high-rise buildings with extreme wind loads. It also meets high requirements for sound insulation, and it's ideal for construction projects near main roads or airports. The Roto Patio webinaRNA system has concealed hardware for an elegant, sleek appearance. The patio webinaRNA can accommodate many different profile systems, including aluminum, PVC, timber, and a timber aluminum profile system, which can allow for very, very large sashes. It's important to note here that the webinaRNA hardware system requires the development of a specific profile system. Roto has a very dedicated engineering team that will work with you for the development of this profile system. The Roto Patio webinaRNA system has many different design variants. On the left, you'll see they call the diagram A, which is a typical XO type sliding door. And the sash can be inside running or outside running the frame. In the middle, you'll see the diagram C, which is a typical French sliding door system, where the two panels extend out over fixed panels. Again, this system can be inside or outside running. And then we also have a diagram K, where the active sashes can be on the outside of the frame, moving towards the center over a fixed panel, and once again, inside or outside running. Here's a hardware schematic overview of the PVC wood system on the left and the aluminum system on the right. On the left, the schematic for PVC and wood uses standard NT and NX type components, including corner drives, espagnolet gears, whereas the system on the right, the aluminum system, uses standard components from the ALU program and the use of ALU connecting rods. Within the webinaRNA product family, there are two different systems that we're going to talk about today. The Roto Patio webinaRNA 200, which is our current product, which is in the market today. This system has a 200 kilo or 440 pound weight capacity. And the Roto Patio webinaRNA 400 system, which is our new system, which will be available approximately at the end of May this year. And this new system, the Patio webinaRNA 400, will allow much larger sashes and weights up to 400 kilos, which is 880 pounds. On this slide, I'm going to show you the application ranges for the Roto Patio webinaRNA 200 system in gray and the Roto Patio webinaRNA 400 system in red. So with the Patio webinaRNA 200 system, this is the current system we're selling today. You can do sash rebate widths up to 2,000 millimeters wide by 2,500 millimeters tall, and with the weight capacity of up to 200 kilos. The new system, the Roto Patio webinaRNA 400, will do sash rebate widths up to 3,000 millimeters wide and 3,600 millimeters tall, and up to 400 kilos of weight capacity. There is a larger application range due to the aspect ratio of up to 3:1 width to height to width rather, with a tilt protection device. It is important to note if you use the tilt protection device, it cannot be combined with the soft close functions, which we'll get into in the next few slides. So the Roto patio NOAA system has a circumferential gasket and hardware with active locking points all the way around the sash, including inside the mullion. It has reliable and secure functionality. It has secure locking points thanks to the V cams and the locking cams. There's anti-pushback function in the mullion, which prevents lateral movement of the inactive sash in a Scheme C or a French unit. It does have the ability for a locking handle with drilling protection for extra security. In the next two slides, I'm going to give you just a quick overview of how the sash moves against the frame. So in this slide here, you'll see the handle is in the upward position, and this is the open position. So the unit can be slid in this position. And if you look at the photo on the left, you'll see that the sash is approximately 8 millimeters away from the frame. The next slide you'll see is with the handle in the closed position, and that sash will move about 8 millimeters over towards the frame, compressing that circumferential gasket, which gives you the very tight sealing feature of the NOAA system. So if we toggle back and forth between these two slides, you'll see the movement of the sash in relation to the handle. In this slide, we're going to show you just a quick operational video, which shows the movement of the sash and how the hardware will actually move the sash laterally to and from the gasket. You can see the handle going in the up position, which allows the sash to open. And here you'll see a close-up of the sash, giving that 8 millimeter movement towards the frame, which compresses that circumferential gasket. And that movement is controlled by the activation of the handle, which activates the hardware down to the roller, which makes that sash push towards the gasket.
Billy, I'm going to play that one more for our guests because I think it's an interesting video and it doesn't take too long.
Absolutely. Again, you'll see the handle move to the up position, which unlocks the locking points and allows the sash to move. And there you'll see the sash movement to the frame. It's important to note when the sash is away from the frame, the only friction at that point is the rollers. So very, very heavy sashes move with great ease. Fantastic. So we're going to talk about the patio NOAA soft functions. These are an accessory item that go in the top end of the sash. And the soft functions protect the entire sliding sash element through mechanically controlled braked opening and closing, so the sash doesn't slam into the frame upon closing or the mullion upon opening. So the soft open and soft close can be combined together even on one sash. It's suitable for sash weights up to the 200 kilo system. And for sashes that are between 200 and 400, Roto makes what's called a soft stop feature, which is a braking system, but it doesn't move it into the final closed position. The soft close and soft open functions can be used for all profile materials: aluminum, PVC, timber, and timber aluminum. So at a glance, we take a look at the soft close function. The soft close function, it gets installed on the handle side, and it gently breaks the sash and then brings the sash into the closing position or the end position, where you can then just rotate the handle and the unit will lock. The soft open function goes on the mullion side of the sash, and it breaks the sash after the opening and pulls it into the final open position. So some of these sashes get quite heavy, and if they roll You definitely don't want them slamming into the frame, so these protect the sash from hitting the frame or the mullion, and provides gentle closing. Here you can see the soft close or soft open installed in the upper rail. And for up to 200 kilo sash, you have the soft close, which goes on the handle side, or the soft open function, which goes on the mullion side. From 201 kilos up to 400 kilos, that's where you have the soft stop function. The soft stop function will break the sash gently, but it won't bring it into the final position. For the Roto Patio Anoa 400 system, this is the system that will go up to 400 kilos or 880 pounds. Roto has come up with a new roller at the bottom end of the sash. This new roller utilizes 13 millimeter grooves for the hardware. It provides effortless and very robust hardware system. This roller has a height adjustment. It's a -1 +3 adjustment for a total of 4 millimeters. And it also has integrated brushes, which keeps debris off the track and keeps the roller moving very smoothly. So to summarize, the Patio Anoa, there's some advantages here. It is a smart sliding system. It's simple and convenient to use. It's tightly sealed system, ideal for urban environments. It provides secure functionality. There's a wide variety of formats, different profile materials, and design variants, simple and efficient installation, and it has exclusive design without visible hardware components. And that concludes the Patio Anoa presentation.
Chad and Bill, thank you very much. I think you've provided our audience with a great overview of Roto's product portfolio for the sliding patio door segment. Basically, we can take a fabricator from a good, better, best scenario all the way up to a innovative premium solution in the North American marketplace. What I'd like to do is encourage anybody that does have a question or comment to go ahead and utilize the chat function. Julia Neftik, who is supporting us here today, will read those comments or questions aloud. I also want all of our attendees to know that we'll be sending a follow-up survey to you. It's very short. Your input will help us fine-tune future webinar series that we're planning throughout 2022. Chad, anything come through your chat at all? Any questions, comments, or further input for our audience?
I have not seen any.
Very good.
All right. Chris Skowronski has a question. And he's writing, you mentioned the Nova hardware is adjustable. How and where is it adjustable? Bill, would you like to share?
Absolutely. Yep, Dan, if you can go back to slide 45.
Yes.
There you go. So this is the roller that goes at the bottom end of the unit. This is an end adjust roller. So you can see from the end picture here on the lower right-hand corner, there is a Allen wrench adjustment screw in the end of that bogey. And you can use a 4 millimeter Allen wrench to come at that. And there's an adjustment of -1 to +3 on the height for the rollers. And that's only in the Anoa 400 system. The 200 system uses a standard roller, which does not have that feature. The 400 system, because of the weight capacities, it does have that adjustment. I hope I answered your question.
Billy, one thing I would add too is that the collaborative development work between a fabricator and Roto for this system basically builds adjustability into the design itself. So while the hardware components in the 200 do not have an adjustability factor or feature, the system itself has taken that into consideration through the joint development process.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Chris, for that question. Very good. At this point,
I do see a couple more questions that have come through.
Please.
From Group Lissard, what kind of thermal performance can we expect from the ANOA? And the answer to that question is certainly it's profile dependent and the type of profile that gets designed. But the performance levels have been very, very high with ANOA. And then there's a second question from Kurt that says, are there any plans to add adjustments to the strikers of the 4-point mortise lock similar to the mushroom head on the 2-point lock? Is that a question for Chad, or are you?
That would be a question for Chad, yes.
Yeah.
You're muted, Chad.
Just trying to find a slide reference.
Okay, would you like me to read the question again, or did you understand?
Yeah, certainly. Read the question again.
Yeah, it says, are there any plans to add adjustment to the strikers of the 4-point mortise lock similar to the mushroom heads on the 2-point lock?
Okay, so yeah, you're on the right slide here. For this existing 4-point system, there's really no plans to advance this. We're investigating a new system that would have the adjustment built into the mortise. And that's where we've developed the adjustable strikes on the next slide here to accommodate for this one.
Yeah, it's a great question, Kurt, and we've had the question from several fabricators. This particular 4-point lock does not have adjustability in the hooks themselves, which is why we've come forward with the adjustable keepers to compensate for that. And so far, kicking off this program, since the keepers were made available about 3-4 months ago, we have 2 customers in the US who have jumped on this pretty quickly, and we're anxious to see how it progresses with them and what their comments are once they get it into the field for a few months. And we'll be happy to provide any feedback after we receive it. Bill or Chad, you see anything else? Because I don't see these questions in my chat.
Nope, these were the only 2 that I had on my side.
Okay. Very good then. We want to thank everybody very much for tuning in with us today, sharing your time. It's much appreciated. We hope all of you are off to a positive start in 2022, and we'll look forward to catching up again sometime soon. Thank you and have a great day.